Good morning. I am just getting packed up to show you this camp. I hung from that tree and then this tree over here. I use these benches for cooking and putting my stuff down. Just packing everything up now. It's 9:20 and today I get to bike to Keene and put down a bunch of miles, so we'll see how this goes, but I think it's going to be pretty fun and different. So I'll see you out on the trail. I'll tell you one thing, I am not going to miss that dog howling. So last night I heard some weird, I'm guessing it was animal, but it was making, I didn't know what to call it other than like a snorting sound, and just like repeatedly. And like it felt like it sounded like it was coming from over here and then over there and over there, so like it was like walking around in the woods, but it didn't make a ton of sound in terms of walking. Like every now and then I'd hear like a twig snap or something. It was just really weird, and I don't know what could have caused that sound. It was like 9:30 at night maybe till like around 10, and then I heard it again at 12:30. It came back for like a short period of time. It's wicked weird. Maybe somebody on here knows what that could have been. Alright, bike is still here. Time to take this baby for a spin. Onward we go. So I got the idea for the hike and bike combo from this website for the fastest known time for the WMT, and I'm probably gonna throw that link up in the description, but it had the option, you could do an FKT as like a multi-mode method, so you could do hike and bike combo. So I figured, hey, if it counts for an FKT, probably counts for a through hike too. And even if it doesn't, this is fun. I'm enjoying this. So that's the important part. Woo! Ooh, just have to watch out for some of these rocks. Not quite making it up this hill. Awesome, we've already gone 1.5 miles out of the 12.5. Okay, we got a while to go. Real pretty area. Yeah, this is really fun on the bike, but I can see how it would be pretty monotonous if one were hiking it, just because it is so long and looks very much the same after a while, all the green tunnel here, but I'm very glad that I am biking this and not hiking it. It's pretty cool. Wonder if they had to blast through this rock when they made the railway. Probably. It's all kind of jagged. We just passed a town line, so I think we're out of Troy. So this is pretty cool. So pretty soon after you leave the depot, you could potentially visit this brewery. It wasn't open when I left, but then we're eventually gonna get to Keene, and then there's gonna be another brewery we could stop at. So you could really make this kind of a bike and brew sort of thing. So it looks like we're just about halfway to Keene on this rail trail. And I was just checking the map to see if there was anything of note to see, and it doesn't really look like there's much until you get close to Keene. So, well, just plugging away. It's like 10:45 now. So hopefully by the time we make it to Keene, the brewery will be open, or at least close to open, and we can get some lunch and a beer. I just hit that gate. I just barely hit it, and it was enough to send me off balance, and I fell. I think I'm okay, it just hurt the side of my leg a little. We came out onto this road just for a little ways, and then I think we're gonna get back on the trail. Yeah, I was gonna say that it wasn't well marked around here, so I had to check my map to make sure I was going the right way. But yeah, I did see the blue blaze, the blue diamond. So, and there's a biker coming up. That must be where we go back in. Got the blue diamond. There's no poop fairy. Oh my god. Oh, it already smells like food. Oh my god. Woo! Oh, and it's paved. Holy cow. This is so luxurious. Woo! Biking to Keene. That squirrel is freaked out. Cool. And here you've got a resupply option. Monadnock Co-op. Okay, interesting. This is the food I smell. That smells so good. Oh my god. I'm half tempted to go in there and see what they have in there. This is really cool. Just go from like rural out in the middle of nowhere, New Hampshire, to like city. This looks like a good a place as any to leave my bike and go get some food. night. Just getting back on the rail trail. It's 2 o'clock right now, and I have quite a bit to go today. Once I finish the bike trail portion, which I think is another 3 miles or so, I've got at least 13 miles to hike. So it's gonna be a long day. I am going to be night hiking tonight. There's just no way around it. But I did take a very long break in Keene, like 2.5 hours, so I definitely enjoyed that. And I probably ate enough food to get me through most of the day. I'm not going to be cooking dinner tonight, so that saves some hassle. The mileage for this next bit, I'm not sure about. When I looked at the GPX track that I have downloaded, it looked like it was only 13 miles of hiking after I finished this bike part, but I kind of think that's not totally accurate. I think from what I've seen other people hiking, it looks like it's more miles than that. So we're gonna just have to play it by ear. It's like a bike repair station. They got an air pump and various tools you can use. That is super cool. I'm getting back on the bike path. Still paved. Oh. Can't quite make it up this hill. So I just thought to check the map just in case it doesn't keep following this rail trail, and it doesn't. I missed the turn somewhere, but I was thinking, you know, rather than push myself real hard to do this night hike, maybe I could just keep biking and follow this rail trail, because it eventually curves west, and then I could follow this road and then hike up there. And I might not be doing as much night hiking to get there. I'm having a lot of fun with this bike, and I kind of don't want to stop. So rather than have this be a WMT through hike, I think this is gonna be a through bike mostly, and we're just gonna go with it. We're not on the trail. Maybe someday I'll actually complete this trail, but for now, this is really fun. Hopefully someone who's really wanting to hike this trail is not really disappointed and put off by my change of plans, but I'm just biking my own bike. Anyways, this is gonna make it a lot easier for me tonight and tomorrow, and it's going to ensure that I get to the camp that I wanted to get to tonight. Well, I am on foot again. I was getting kind of tired of biking. After a while my butt starts to get sore and kind of missed hiking, so I ended up cutting out and getting onto a road that was what I could figure closest to where the trail was, and stashed my bike, so I'm gonna hike the rest of the way and just see how far I get. It looked like the bike trail, well, was generally going in the right direction. It was going a little bit far out of the way in order to get back to where I wanted to go, and it felt long. So just gonna see where the day takes me. It's currently 4 o'clock. I left Keene at 2, so where I'm picking back up, I did save some time. So I think once I get back to the trail after this 1.5 mile road walk, I'm gonna have 6 miles left to camp, I hope, if my map is correct. So we'll see. Might still be night hiking a little bit, but not as bad as I think it would have been. All right, I'm finally back on the trail. It's 4:38, which is later than I would like, but it does feel good to be back on the WMT. I must be near the Draper tent site, because here's the Draper Crouch Cemetery. I think this is part of an old foundation. Okay, so here's a place you could camp, the Draper campsite. I am not planning to camp there tonight because I have to make some more miles, but good to know that's where it is, because I was afraid it was actually going to be farther, meaning that my camp is going to be farther, so that's good. I don't know how many miles. From my map, it looks like it's about 7 miles to the Dort shelter from here, but I've heard that it might actually be a little bit more than that. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Got a couple more hours of daylight left. Just a heads up, that sign that was pointing to water, I think it means this is supposed to be the water, and as you can see, it is completely dry. So if you're camping at Draper, try to get water ahead of time. It's a wall of wood. Feels kind of random to have a house out here. There's another cemetery even older than the last one. Whoa. I'm on the, I think it's called the Fulham Pond Trail. And the trail here has been very nice and flat. I think in the winter time these are snowmobile trails. I'm starting to lose daylight, but at least these are pretty easy flat miles. My map indicates that the shelter is 4 miles away, so I should be able to push for it. It is going to be dark for sure by the time I get there, but at least, you know, I'm not cooking tonight, so that's one less thing I have to do. I just stopped for a break here in this open area just had to eat something, refuel me for the rest of this hike. Ooh, I am kind of regretting having sat down though, because I can really feel my quads right now. They are pretty sore after a day of biking followed by hiking. Alright, it's past sunset now, so it's getting pretty dark. I'm on the North Ponds Trail, and my map shows about 2.5 miles to camp. So, headlamp is coming out soon, and the last couple miles gonna be in the dark. But that's okay, it shouldn't be too difficult hiking at least. I think I saw my first porcupine. Hey little guy. I'm just saying hello. Don't be afraid. I'm on the reservoir trail now. I think at this point I have less than 2 miles to camp. The trail has been pretty, not too bad. It's just, there's a lot of stuff to trip on, but it's also thankfully been very well marked, both with like the individual trail signs and the WMT diamonds. So it's been pretty easy to follow, even with it being dark. I guess the campsite is down this way. I wasn't expecting that. Alright, we're gonna try it. Just have to keep our eyes open for spur. Camps this way. Cool, and also a view, I guess. This is very well marked. This old sign says Davis Shelter. Now it's called Dort. Looks like I found it. Got the place to myself. There's a bathroom. Cool. Nice campsite. Hang my hammock right up in here.